Here's how to play 505 by the Arctic Monkeys the right way.
I'm going back to 505. If it's a 7-hour flight or a 45-minute drive, in my imagination you're waiting, lying on your side, with your hands between your thighs. I'm going back to 505. It's a 7-hour flight or a 45-minute drive. My imagination waits lying on your side, with your hands between your thighs and a smile.
This is an incredibly easy song with just 2 chords, but every time I see it taught, it's missing some details. What most teachers will tell you is that you need the chord D minor and E minor, and you can play the entire song using these 2 chords, and that's true. But if you listen to the actual song, the way they play D minor and E minor is not down here in this position. In fact, there are 3 distinct ways that you are supposed to play these chords. The song starts off by playing D minor the way you see it here, and then the E minor is played 2 frets up from that. You could consider this the intro of the song, just doing single strums of D minor and E minor. When the guitars actually come in, they're playing D minor up here, which you can play on the 7th, 6th, and 5th frets of the bottom 3 strings. And similarly, when you play E minor, you're just going to take that shape and bump it up 2 frets for a different type of E minor. So you start by playing D minor here, and then going 2 frets up to this version of E minor, and you go back and forth between these 2 with a single strum. Then you can graduate up here to this version of D minor, which again, you can just move 2 frets up if you want to play exactly like the song. And you can still stay with just the single strum from here to here. As the song progresses, you can add a little bit more. With this first D minor chord, you can add your pinky to the 8th fret on the bottom for a second strum, and then when you move to E minor, you get to do that melody that we all know, which is 12, 10, 8, 7. So that would sound something like this. D minor, with the pinky, E minor, 12, 10, 8, 7, then back to D minor. So let's get to the strumming for this song. What you're gonna do is just play down, up, but every other down is going to be a muted strum, which you're gonna do by just putting the palm of your hand on the strings while you strum down at the same time to create this kind of sound. So it'll look something like this. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. When you do it this way, your hand stays in a continuous down-up motion, and it's a lot easier than thinking about down, up, down, up, and missing that muted strum in the middle. So down, up, mute, up, down, up, mute, up, down, up, mute, up, down, up. And you can play this wherever you want on the guitar. In the real track, they're playing that right here on this version of D minor, E minor. If you feel more comfortable singing with lower chords, you can still play the D minor down here, and then up 2 frets for E minor. And if you're one of those traditionalists that really wants to play D minor here and the regular E minor that you know and love, the one thing that I would ask you to do is maybe add the 3rd fret of that last E string into the D minor chord. It creates the same effect of making the E minor feel like it's raising above the D minor rather than sitting below it, which it kind of does when you play it this way. So that would look and sound something like this. Finally, let's get to the very famous and easy guitar solo, which starts right here on the 9th fret of the G string. You can do the entire thing on this string, and you're just gonna follow these frets. 9, 7, 5, 4. And then we're gonna go 2, 4, 5. So one more time, that's 9, 7, 5, 4, then 2, 4, 5. And when you put that together with a little rhythm, it sounds like this. Then we're gonna play this 5th fret 3 more times, then once, while we're on our way to the 4th fret twice. And 4 more of this 4th fret that you're gonna slide all the way up to this 9th fret, and again, just pluck down, up, down, up, down, up. So the entire thing looks something like this. later on in the song, it ends up playing the same exact melody for the solo, but up here on the higher octave. So if you want to learn that part, you're just going to apply the same rhythm and the same set of notes, but instead starting on 12 on the high E, going down to 10, 8, 7, and then 5. And it's actually the same pattern, so if you can sort of visualize, it's 12, 10, 8, 7, 5, 7, 8. Then we do our little picking pattern on 8, leading to 7, 4 of 7s, and slide up to 12. One final note is that as the singer starts to get really high at the end of the song and all the drums start coming in, I actually hear the guitars going up to a third set of D minor and E minor chords, which you can try to play if you'd like. Instead of playing D minor here or here, what you can do is actually play it really high up on your guitar, barring the 10th fret on the last 3 strings, and you can actually strum the last 5 strings of your guitar, or 4 if you want to keep it kind of clean. You're going to play the same exact strumming pattern, down, up, mute, and again, you're just going to move that shape 2 frets up to the 12th fret bar for the E minor, so you get something that sounds like this. So to play everything together, you start down here, you bring it up 2 frets for your intro, and you do this a few times in a row as the slow singing starts. Then the guitars come in and you start playing this version of D minor, which you bring up 2 frets, and you do the exact same thing again here. And then we start to bring in our little details where we strum the D minor, then add our pinky, and then this E minor, and follow it up with this melody. D minor, pinky, E minor. And now we can start to bring in our strumming, which is down, up, mute, up, down, up, mute, up, down, up. This leads you to the guitar solo, which starts here on this 9th fret. You can add a little vibrato when you have a rest. This leads you to one more of these simple set of strums between D minor and E minor, which you go back and forth with twice. And finally, for the highest energy part of the song, you use your last sequence of E and D minor chords up here, barring the 10th fret last 3 and the 12th fret last 3. And again, you can bring that strum back. Leading you to that high guitar solo, starting on the 12th fret, doing the same thing. Which then goes back down to the low octave of that solo for the end of the song. To end the song, you're going to do this very cool natural harmonic on the 12th fret. If you don't know what that is, it's a sound that your guitar strings can produce when you place your finger very gently over the 12th fret bar, exactly over the metal, and you don't want to press down at all. Now you're going to place your finger across the bottom 3 strings all at the same time with a straight flat finger. You're going to touch the strings but not press, and when you strum your harmonics, you should get that kind of sound, which is a little muffled. So to get it sounding clear, you play, and then you let your finger off the string to let the harmonic breathe and resonate, which if you do it at the right time, should sound something like that. Finish this video, let's do an entire playthrough of everything and see if you can remember all of the parts. Here we go. that should be everything you need to play this song. Let me know what other songs you'd like to see in the comment sections below, and you can see the full tutorial with even more details for this song on my YouTube channel, which you can find with the links in my profile. And of course, you can also check out my Patreon and Instagram where I do more exclusive content. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you for the next one.